Alright, I had to put this electric fence up because, like I said, the male goat, the Billy, was pushing in. He caved in my door, which used to just have screen wire. He pushed the chicken tractor back, and until it overran where I chucked the food inside so he could eat the food. And I tried a couple of iterations to stop him, but it's just no stopping. So I put the electric fence up, and it looks like it's been successful. This is a Gallagher solar charger. Puts out about 9,000 volts. I forget how many joules it delivers, but it's significant to get your attention. Mick became acquainted with it yesterday with a satisfying scream and a howl, which was greatly satisfying for me to hear, knowing that the fence is working. So I'll turn that off. I'm not going to move the chicken tractor today just because it's so mucky. But normally I drag it a length. All right, buddy. All right, five chickens. A rooster. Let's see, I got no eggs. Nope, I haven't been getting any eggs for a while now. Water's still good. And I've got this water. It's a pretty expensive. I think it's like $30 or something, but this is hooked up to an extension cord, and this extension cord runs back up to the barn, which is in turn hooked up into my workshop, up there. So constant electricity to this bucket to keep the water unfrozen. And you see the damage that ram did, smashing through the door. I just had to to screw on some bits of wood. And he distorted my door a bit. Throw that out there. Get this thing closed up. There we go. Hop over the fence. This fence is a Gallagher smart fence. I'll try to take a video some other time. But it's essentially like it's got 4 different open face fishing reels on it. And this loosens the drag over here. And each one of them pays out its own strand of wire. And on the side are clipped to it these posts, and there's up to 10. I've only got 4 on there now. And you can basically retract out to like 400 feet of wire, and you can make a paddock of any different weird shape you want to. And then it's all connected. All of them connect right here. And that's where my juice is hooked onto. And speaking of juice, I got the green light flashing, so it is now hot. All right, chickens, have a nice day. Make me some eggs, you lazy bastards. Haven't had eggs in a couple months now. Once the daylight got to minimum December 21st, winter solstice. We've now picking up daylight at the rate of about 6 minutes a week. That's something I track daily. I became really interested in old-timey Appalachian farming by the signs, the moon, the stars, etc. But I knew squat about astronomy, our solar system, the zodiac constellations, the progression of the moon, progression of the sun, the progression of the constellations across the sun's path, or the ecliptic as it's known. But I've been studying it for probably over a year now. It's a lot more familiar to me. It's really interesting. This fat old dude is out of breath walking up this hill. I've been sick. I came down with Lyme disease, diagnosed a couple weeks ago. The bloody ticks finally got to me. So we're in the process of trying to zap it with antibiotics. But only 50%, only works on 50% people. And after that, I'm going to go to a herbal protocol. Thanks to Stephen Herod Buhner, B-U-H-N-E-R, an amazing healer who is retired from herbal healing and practice, but he's written an amazing book on curing Lyme. And his seminal book in my life, was plant intelligence in the imaginal realm. It just totally shifted the way I look at plants now. I mean, it was like a fundamental shift in my force. Hey, Clarence. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, the farm is a real mucky mess right now. Daisy's finished her chow. And the last thing I gotta do for chores is to get them some hay. And like I said, I go with 2 bales a day. Hey, baby doll. There's my girl. There's my girl. Oh, I got lovies for daddy. I got lovies. I got lovies. I don't know if you can see this, but her head's cradled in my... one of them must be coming into heat, because her daughter just tried to mount her, almost. You just got to be careful. They come in heat like every 3 weeks. And when they do, they try to mount each other. And if you happen to be in the way, you get knocked flat. All right, let's go get some hay from the barn. This beautiful barn is at least 80 years old. We're thinking 100 plus years old. Built on the side of a hill. The upper entrance here is where they used to drive carts in with hay and tractors. Inside is the roof is desperately needs some help. It doesn't look like it now with the snow on it. You can't see the holes, but there's a lot of holes. And letting the water through, there's a lot of water damage. But fortunately, thank you God, we got a farm with a barn that has pretty good bones. Mick, that'll do, boy. I don't use the commands come, or the usual household commands of come, sit, stay. I try to use traditional sheepdog commands. So instead of come, his recall command is that'll do. That'll do. Instead of sit, I use lie down. And if you go to any border collie sheepdog trials, you'll hear those commands. They'll say that'll do. That means that's his recall. For instance, I'll do it right now. That'll do. That'll do. And I put up my hand. Good boy. Good boy, Mick. All right, this is my old barn. Floor here is caving away because of water damage, but structurally the posts are still good. The columns are pretty good. It's just one of my list of many huge projects to do. Let me grab 1 bale of hay. This is pretty ingenious. On top of the stalls, whoever built this barn made holes in the side, right? So you could just walk in here, and through this hole, you drop a bale of hay right down to the stall below. All this in here was used for hanging tobacco. Not too long ago, actually. All through here. And also up all in through here, too. But it's a really cool old barn. Lori says it gives her the heebie-jeebies. There's probably some spirits floating around in here, but they've become my friends. And this old barn is friendly to me. It doesn't feel creepy to me at all. A lot of work to do here, labor of love. And I've started already. Underneath this ramp right here was about to cave in, and Chris Wellen, my neighbor, helped me, basically showed me and taught me how to put in posts and like columns and beams to shore all this up, so now it should be good for another 100 years. I had to put this gate up here, which is nothing but a 16-foot hog panel to keep the sheep out.